When Caribbean heads of government met in the Bahamas to prepare for the upcoming United Nations Climate Change Conference, the leaders expressed a view that the region's fight is not for governments alone, indicating that the developing countries recognize and admit responsibility for global warming through their high carbon emissions. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit of Dominica said they have not kept their promises.
They also recognize that we in the developing world, and we're speaking of the Caribbean in particular, are the major victims of the actions. And therefore, we are entitled to compensation. They agreed that they would provide us with $100 billion a year, and that is 14 years ago in Copenhagen. They promised to make $100 billion available to us so that we can put systems in place to mitigate against the impact of climate change. This was supposed to have been materialized in 2020. We recognize, okay, we're in COVID and everybody's been affected, and they said, okay, well, we'll put it to 2023. I have had the fortune of attending several of these conferences, and at no time I ever heard anybody speaking about providing us with loans. And now we're hearing them talking about loans. And then they are bringing up conditionalities as if we're in a structural adjustment program, the IMF, and talking about debt to GDP ratio. The reality is we have to get the developed world to live up to their expectations.
He believes, however, that it is important for the Caribbean to have its voice at the COP27 conference to be held in Egypt in November. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.